extra income that makes a difference in your life. Do you want extra income? Just subscribe to Boss Life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Subscribe. Yeah, yeah. Subscribe to Boss Life Online. Well, hello everybody. How y'all doing out there in the Bosses land? This is Gio, and we're here to talk about a great subject. Now, y'all know we don't stay long, so you best go get your pencil and your paper because we've been put it down. Okay? All right, now tonight. Let me introduce my co-host, my panel, the Let's Talk About It team. All right, and that is Melissa and Tony. Go ahead, Melissa.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
All right. We got Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tony Clopton from Birmingham, Alabama. Glad to be here.
And everybody knows I'm from Houston, Texas. All right, where everything is big. I am Gio, and I'm the content creator for Boss Life Online. Now, let me go to the chat and see who's all in here. We got, hey, the mother and the daughter duo, what's up? Welcome on in, Miss Yo-Yo's Closet, over 50. Welcome in. I am so glad that you guys came. As you can see, we got Just Teresa just popped up in the chat. Hey, my friend Just Teresa, what's up? All right, now, tonight we're talking about, are you ready to be your own boss? Let's talk about it, panel. So I am going to get ready and start it off by saying that when I was thought I was ready, of course I wanted to be the boss. Of course, anybody want to be the boss, you know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to be the boss. But the question was, Tony and Melissa, was I ready? Yeah, I was ready, but was I really ready? Did I really understand what was involved in being the boss? No. But I was willing to learn, okay? As a new home business owner, you got a lot to do and a lot to get ready for. I know for me, when I first started, I was overwhelmed with my new responsibilities because I wasn't used to calling nobody and talking to nobody and building a relationship and seeing what it is they needed. What can I help them with? All of this stuff is involved in being the boss. You have to know your captains of your team. You have to know who they are, and those are the ones that you work with. That is what I had to learn. All of this hand-holding stuff, now I will hold your hand for a minute or two, but if you really want something, you got to get up and put your dreams into action. Okay? This money ain't gonna fall out the trees. You can look up there all you want. Tell me if you get $1 that fall down. Okay? You gotta get up and you gotta do some work. Okay, so today that's what we are here to talk about. Are you ready to be your own boss? So, Melissa, what do you have to say about that?
Well, fortunately, Gio, I was groomed to be a boss. I'm going to tell you why. Because I was the first child with 3 younger brothers. So I ain't got no choice but to be a boss. But that type of bossing is a lot different from business bossing in a way. Because with them, whatever I said, go. Period. You know, False with other stuff. They want explanations and why. Because I said so. But yeah, I had to learn to, it's a lot more to being a boss and telling people what to do. You got to be willing to designate responsibilities. You got to be able to teach others so that they can teach others, because you want the team to keep building without you having to do all the teaching. So if you come up with a style to show people what to do, and like you said, I'm not a hand holder either. One of the problems I've had in the past is I expect everybody to have my same attitude, like they go get it, do it yourself, self-starter, but that's not always the case. So I have had to learn the hard way that not everybody does things the same way. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but once you get a good system in place and find the right people, then it makes it a little easier. See, I was Tony's person. He was my boss, and I just made it too easy for him. Just complete self-starter. Ain't that right, Tony?
All right, now thank you, Melissa, for those words. We're gonna move on to Mr. Tony Clapton.
Well, it's very interesting topic. For me, I knew I was a boss from day one. In Pampers, I knew I was supposed to be a boss. But here, I think about the journey to being a boss. All our life, people have been telling us what to do. I mean, mom, dad, all the way up, even jobs. I'm sick of it, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, I got a full-time job, and I do not like people telling me what to do. But hey, we got to do what we got to do to get the paycheck. But owning and operating our own businesses at home, it gives me the freedom, the flexibility, and I'm actually have learned a lot from my job, how to treat people. Some people at a job don't know how to treat you. So if you own our team, we want to be able to share, respect each other, you know what I'm saying, and just make whatever you have work, because you've been in the marketplace at a job, and sometimes a boss just ain't your friend. You want to be able to help share and nurture people into leadership, and you got to be a great listener. So any issues that you have, I've learned that from my job. If your boss ain't listening to you, things just ain't gonna work out right. So hey, you got to boss up, right? Back to you, Gio.
Yeah, you got to hold up. Now you got to boss up, cause, child, sometimes I'm out choked up after what he shared, because sometimes on the job I have experienced that they don't listen, they don't care. Actually, let me just put it on out there. All they care about is they paycheck, and if you gonna do your job right. They don't care if you got a sick baby at home and you need a couple hours off, or can you leave early? Child, please. That's one of the reasons I worked so hard and shut my mouth and did what the people had that I wanted. They was already at home working. I was down there in the slave quarters on the job, okay? Crying when I get home and cuss vanity them out in the car. You know what I'm saying? Who want to live like that? I didn't. So when God put different people in my life to teach me, I shut up. And I say, what you say, dude? Okay. All they ever heard from me was okay. Okay. And that is why I am sitting in the position I'm in today. Okay. And I've been doing this a long time. All right. Affiliate marketing. I've been doing it a long time. Okay. Now, so today that brings me to this. I am able to talk about things that you have to get ready to be the boss. Okay. First of all, you have to adopt a growth mindset, not a mindset change. I'm just going to change my mind. I'm going to try to do. Now, you got to adopt a mindset growth, a growing mindset, a ever-changing mindset for the better. You have to keep up with the trends. You just have to be in it to win it. Okay? Adopting a growth mindset is the most important mental shift you need to make as a boss. A growth mindset makes you a better leader. And one way that I did it is I read books. I had tapes, motivational tapes of all the people that I like in my car. I listened to them on the way to work. And after I got out, after I got to being mad, then I would put, the motivational tape in my car. And I would listen. So by the time I got home, I was ready to go to work. So I would keep my mind ready, knowing that if I don't do nothing, I'm going to always be on the job, just over broke. Okay, that's where I was going to have to stay. Now, if you have a job now, it's okay. You have to do what you have to do until you can get what you want. And that's exactly what I done. I'm like Tony. I stayed on that old job. I didn't try to get another one. My goal was to leave that one and never go back. And that's what I did. So you have to have a mindset that's growing at all the time. Okay, we just got Pandy in our other Let's Talk About It member. What's up, Pandy? Introduce yourself, please.
Hey guys, my apologies for being late.
Oh, it's
I am
okay.
Pandy of Making Money Moves with Pandy, as well as Pandy's Hair Candy and more. My econ associate, Changing the Future Outcomes associate, and YouTuber. So happy to be here.
All right. Thank you so much, Pandy. We're talking about are you ready to be the boss? And I was talking about having a growing mindset, not I think about it mindset. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow mindset. We talking about you got to keep growing and ever changing to run your business and find out the ever changes in software and where to promote and all of that. You have to have that kind of mindset. So now I'm going to pass it on to Melissa to tell us about how she feels about having a growing mindset.
Okay, mindset really is the cornerstone to everything. It's like if you don't go into it in the right frame of mind, no matter how much physical work you put into doing the job, if your head is not in the game, it's not gonna help. So one of the biggest things that I had to learn, and I'm still somewhat learning, because I'm a hybrid. I have my home-based business, but I also swipe a clock. So I'm not completely home-based alone. I still have a boss that I have to take orders from. But it's kind of, when you first get started, it's almost, the hardest part is going from thinking of yourself as an employee to thinking of yourself as a business owner. So in order to be the boss, you can't think on an employee mindset where you're sitting around waiting on somebody to tell you what to do. You're being instructed all the time. You have to literally take on the mindset that, okay, this business is only going to go as far as I take it. So if I'm not ready to jump out there and take the next step, my business is not going anywhere. And since I work for myself, I got nothing to fall back on. So getting that mindset, to me, was the hardest part, because it's a whole different world. When you think about a job where they tell you what time to be there, how long you're going to stay, when you can take your lunch, what days you can have off. The only thing that they got that they can hold over you is, okay, if you do all this, we guarantee to give you this amount of money every 2 weeks on Friday. That's the only thing they got that holds you there. Because when you're a business owner, you said your profit is going to be what you put into it. So a lot of people have a hard time adjusting to going from guaranteed money under heavier conditions versus having freedom, but I don't know what I'm going to make this week. So it is a mindset thing, and it's not overnight, but I think it's worth it. It's very much worth it to be able to make your own decisions and your own money, because nobody can put limits on you.
That is so true. I agree with you, and that is how come it's so important to have a mentor that knows what they're doing, because my mentor told me, baby, before you leave that job, have $10,000 in the bank, baby. That's how she used to talk to me. I said, why I gotta have $10,000 in the bank? Because that was a bunch of money to me. You know, she said, because sometimes our dreams don't work out like we want them, and we need something to fall back on. And she would not let me quit that job till I had that 10K. And baby, I whatever I was doing, I stopped. I stopped going to restaurant. I did what she told me to do. Like I said, I kept my mouth shut and said, okay. And look where I am today. You see? So now we're going to hear from Tony about mindset.
Okay. Man, very good mindset. I always often say this, what occupies your time is training you. Let me say that again. So I think I did it. Okay. What occupies your mind is training you. So if you're constantly watching trash in, trash out. So for me, what I do is I do listen to a lot of motivational speakers like Les Brown. A lot of people know Les Brown, Jim Rohn, old white guy. Man, he very knowledgeable. I mean, talking about some of the stuff he said, I'm like, man, I had to write that down. Let me think about that again. But he was always saying that, you know, if your mind, if you can think about it, you can achieve it. Think about Coach Prime Time. He always said, do you believe? It's really about what you believe and not what nobody else thinks. So if you can get it in your mind that you want to be a boss, that you want to be wealthy, you can do it. It's just like you got to mind to believe that. So I think mindset is the key element to doing whatever you want to do. And I would say, hey, just believe. I mean, that's all on faith. You know, what God put in you, you got to use it and give him the glory and the honor, and you'll get there. That's me right there all day. Mindset,
Amen.
everything else don't matter. Back to you, Jill.
All I can say is, well. Go ahead on, Tony. Don't take me to church now, all right? All right, now we're going to hear from my girl, Pandy, on mindset.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I feel put on the spot. So mindset is so important because it literally impacts the outcome of either your success or your failure. It's like how there's something in the Bible that says, as so a man thinketh, so is he. You know, and if you think in failure, or you thinking scared, or you thinking shy and timid, that's how the outcomes are going to be on the things that you're trying to do in your life. That's how you're going to show up, and you don't want to lead that way. So I really agree with how Tony put it. You know, you have to pour in to you, the vessel, so that you can get out that positive, strong mindset. It's going to influence everything around you, especially with regards to business. Back to you, Jill.
Okay. I want to thank Pandy for that wonderful feedback. Put on the spot, girl. You had it going on. You know, go ahead on, Pandy. Okay, we're going to move on to point number 2, and then we're going to be ending it after this. That's why I say you have to have your pencil and paper ready, because we only stay 30 minutes. That's it. So the next point that I want to talk about is about, are you ready to be a boss? Another thing about being a boss is that you have to do one-on-ones, okay? Start one-on-ones with your team right away. Now, I'm going to tell you why, because it's a powerful tool, okay? And it brings the team together, and it gives, let me see, how do I want to say that? It gives people a chance to know you and you to know them. It gives you a chance to find out what are their hopes and their dreams. You know, what do they know? What are they lacking in? It gives you a chance to just find out about their kids. You know, how are the kids doing? And some people will tell you everything if they feel comfortable with you, you know, their health, you know, just everything. Because I have talked to so many people, you know, all over the world. All right. And I have learned about different cultures just by talking to people one on one and learning about them. It is very important that you do that as a boss. If you're going to be a boss and you're going to have a team, trust me, you have to know about your people because, see, that brings about loyalty to you. Okay. And it brings about loyalty from you to them. Okay. It brings about trust. Okay. And it brings about likability. Okay. Because my sponsor told me if they like you, they will trust you. Okay. First of all, he always told me people really like you, Gio. You know, this, she said, you're going to be a great leader one day. And I just looked at him. I said, who, me? You know, but look at me today. I am, you know, because I had the right people in my life to teach me these things. And I just shut up because I didn't know. And I wanted what they had. So if you run across somebody that have what you want, just listen to them and do as they say. So we're going to be talking about one-on-one with your team. So we're going to start with Tony.
Yeah, one-on-ones are very important. I tell you, I always like to lead with my own personal testimony because we all struggle with some of the same things in life, especially starting off in any business. I think that testimony that you share can get people to open up because a lot of times people are in their feelings, they prideful. Some people don't want everybody to know their business. But when you put your business out there and you share some of your pitfalls and some of your hangups and some of your distractions, people are like, hey, me too. Hey, I struggle with my time. I struggle with juggling family and job. Me too. You know, hey, I'm a little short on cash. I've been living paycheck to paycheck. Me too. So when you start breaking down those walls and barriers, people start to open up more and say, hey, I'm not where I was 5 years ago, but I am today, and I can share my story. So I think that one-on-one is very important to get people to open up because, man, people don't like to tell you their business, whether it's good or bad. So, you know, just get them to open up and take it from there. Back to you, Jill.
Thank you, Tony. I agree with that because one of the things that I do well is that if they say, well, I'm not sure I know how to do it. I said, I wasn't sure I knew how to do it either. I said, but my sponsor taught me and I'm willing to teach you. You know, what part do you not understand? And they said, you don't seem like you seem like you got it going on. I said, girl, I had to start right where you were, you know, and then they go, I mean, it's just like a big sea open. Bam, bam. They tell you everything. They give you the information you need to help them. So we're going to move on to Melissa.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with the one-on-one. Like even in my professional life, I usually have been in like leadership positions. And one of the things I always like to do when I started a new job is to meet with all the staff one-on-one, let people know you're approachable, that you're open to questions, that you're human. Because, you know, a lot of times whenever you're dealing with an organization, and that's what I love about our organization, Mr. Stokes, who is the founder of My Econ, he is so approachable and he's so down to earth. And that means a lot because a lot of people are shy or they get easily intimidated by someone. You know, this man is a millionaire. It's so funny because when we had lunch with him, I told my daughter as we left, I said, kid, how many of your friends can say you just sat down and had lunch with a millionaire? She was like, that was Mr. Stokes? The Mr. Stokes? And I was like, yes. So it's like the fact that he was so approachable even affected her. So I try to pattern myself the same way because I know how it is to be doubtful, and I know how it is to look around at everybody else, and you think everybody else in the room got it together, and you're the only one who don't know what's going on. But it's those one-on-one conversations where people realize, you know what, they just like me. So it's very helpful, so you can be relatable and help people get past that initial, I don't know if I did the right thing or not. So yeah, love the one-on-one.
Yeah, I agree, Melissa. And thank you so much for your feedback. And then we're going to hear from Pandy, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up.
All right. So much like what Tony and Melissa said, I really agree. It gives people, especially in a team building situation or in a home business situation, and you're building a team, it really lends to your credibility. It lends to the fact that you are relatable, you are approachable, and you're showing that human side, and that's very important, especially for people to trust you. It's usually some type of investment involved when you're trying to build your team. And in order for people to feel comfortable and confident that you are trustworthy and you understand, you've been in their shoes, those one-on-one meetings are very important. So I agree with everything that was said, and I agree wholly. I feel the same way.
Right. I just want to say, I want to thank Melissa, Tony, and Pandy for showing up, for always being the ones, the big time home business owners. And we all four own a home business, and we all four work for ourselves. My home business is CTFO, changing the future outcome. And it has certainly changed my future outcome. The link is down below. And I'm going to let Melissa, Tony, and Pandy tell you what home businesses they have. Melissa?
Okay, my home-based business is my econ. I've been doing my econ for going on 8 years next month, where I teach people about financial success. I've also entered into the CTFO business, where I'm learning about changing the future outcome products. So those, and I'm a YouTuber. So not quite as successful as Boss Life and Pandy out there, but I'm working on it.
All right. Okay. But the point is, Melissa, you are in it. Okay. Now we're going to hear from Tony.
Okay, I'm taking off mute. So yes, I am also an associate with CTFO, but my main company, my econ, like Melissa, been in for a little over 8 years. Plug that we are offering a promo right now for our financial service membership. We do help people get their money together, their credit together, investments together. So glad to be here, and those are my two businesses. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Now we're going to hear from my girl, Pandy.
All righty. So I am also a independent associate with my econ, the personal financial success company, all about teaching you how to strategize, to generate generational wealth, maintain positive cash flow, have excellent credit, and just to be overall successful with your finances. I am also an independent associate with CTFO, Changing the Future Outcome. It's been almost 2 years for me with my econ, so I'm still learning the business and loving it along the way and seeing the benefits of the business along the way. So happy to be here.
All right. Now, guys, this is what I'm going to do for everybody that's in the chat. Hey, Marlene, thanks for coming in. Everybody that's in the chat, I am going to have Melissa's YouTube link, Pandy's YouTube link, and Tony Clopton's YouTube link down below. So if you want to look at their businesses, all you have to do is click on their YouTube link and go to their about pages. And that's where they should have their links at, okay? And to join their businesses, all right? And but mine is CTFO, Changing the Future Outcome, will be down below underneath this video and pretty much every video that I have. Okay. Once again, I want to thank Melissa. Melissa King, my Econ Show. I want to thank Mr. Tony Clompton for coming out, and none other than my girl, Making Money Moves with Pandy. Thank you guys for being on this panel. We do this every other week, okay? And we talk about home businesses. We try to talk about home businesses in a way that everybody can understand it, okay? And we talk about so many topics, why you should have a home business. You don't have to be afraid to have a home business. We will help you through it, okay? If you're on one of our teams, all right? We also talk about just how, like we did tonight, how to be a boss, what's expected. You know, you guys can do this. It's always good to have at least up to 5 streams of income coming in your house. Okay? That's why I'm an affiliate marketer, because I got 30 of them out there. You know what I'm saying? I try to work on 2 or 3 a day, because I never know where the money gonna come from. But when it come, I be like, hey, you know, I made $50 today. You know what I'm saying? $50 go a long way when you ain't got nothing, you know? And then if you're making $50 to $100 every day, and all you got to do is learn how to promote, and if that's what you want to do, then you need to leave Geo a comment and say, I want to learn how to promote. I want to learn how to be an affiliate marketer, because that's exactly what I teach, okay? So, once again, thank you, Melissa, Tony, and Pandy. And we're going to see you guys, what is it, Pandy, a week from now? The next one is going to be, let's see, November the 6th. And that will be at whose house, Tony?
I think so.
Melissa's house. We're going to be at Melissa's YouTube channel, November the 6th. No, it's going to be who?
I was saying, I think it's Tony. It's his turn. Why he down there not saying anything?
I think it's me.
I'm sorry, I was on mute, but follow us around, everybody, because we do have great topics. Okay? I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him before. So, I don't know, but I'm getting ready to get off of here. Whoever Rudy is, you're not invited. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, he's gone. Now, because, well, let me just get off of here, okay? With that said, guys, this is the Let's Talk About It Home Business Group. We will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Do you want extra income that makes a difference in your life? Do you want extra income? Just subscribe to Boss Life. Yeah. Subscribe. Yeah.